Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video. Today we have another episode of Tennessee Titans franchise. Now I know this one more than likely will be coming out after the draft. I really don't expect this to come out until even like maybe the first weekend of May, probably. Because I'm gonna have a lot of videos coming out, regarding the draft and the roster updates and everything else, and off-season stuff surrounding the Bears and just everything in between that. So I imagine this probably won't come out for a while. I will say that. So whenever this does come out, hopefully it comes out and it hopefully looks good for you guys. So this week we are taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are having to Everbank Stadium down in Jacksonville, Florida. They are 5-4, so it's definitely a big downgrade from where they were last year, and it's a big upgrade for us at this point this year. They were 9-0 at this point last year. They were a very good team. They were looking to, just completely take control of the AFC South. Now, of course, we're taking control of the AFC South this year. Being the Texans 2 weeks ago, I ended up not making any trades at the deadline. I said, you know what, let's ride this team out. Let's see what this team has. We do have to game plan for, of course, Trevor Lawrence, an elite quarterback in Madden. I don't know if I would call him an elite quarterback just yet in the NFL. I don't think he's done enough. Granted, I know he hasn't had the greatest teams around him as well, and there is that perspective as well. But Week 10, going down to Jacksonville, it's going to be a tough game. Of course, if we beat them, we'll be 1-0 against all AFC South opponents, going 3-0 so far this season. Ryder McCreary, Brandon Davidson, Keenan McIntyre, Tyler Linton, Max Smith, Bo Melton, Josh Oliver all have upgrades, so we're all looking at them to get even better. I have went through, and I've kind of looked at how much each player is going to cost to bring back. And there's certain players that I don't think I'm going to bring back. I don't think I'm going to bring back BJ Hill or Osa Digizua or Tyron Smith. I just don't think I'm going to bring back Tyron Smith. I think Titus Horton, playing that tackle position, is at a good enough spot right now where I think he could almost start this year and play. But we're going to let Tyron Smith finish out the year since we're paying him so much money. I think it just makes sense. So Titus Horton might be the future tackle, but for now we are going to stick with Tyron Smith going forward. Keenan McIntyre has a big temporary boost right now, +4 to his overall, so he'll look to continue to insert his dominance. He's played very well for us so far this season, and I hope he continues to play even better going forward. Him and Wesley have done an excellent job in the pass rush unit. I will say there's a little bit of all Madden biasy here where, it's not going to let them finish sacks. The quarterback's going to get rid of the ball as they feel the pressure finally breaking free. They're going to get rid of the ball no matter what it takes. They're going to get rid of the football, which is kind of always bullshit, but it's something we do have to deal with. Bo Melton, our best receiver this year, also gets an upgrade all the way up to a 76 overall. He's not the highest overall, but he plays like a fucking beast. Josh Oliver, our third-string tight end. We will still be without a couple people. I think we're still without Josh Wiley and Aziz for this game, as well as somebody else, if I remember correctly. Could just be without them, though. Yeah, we are also without Dorian Dixon for this game, so he has missed a ton of time this season. I think this is already his third or fourth game missed at this point, which isn't particularly great considering the fact of how well he played last year. Let's go to career stats. Let's go to general. Yeah, he's only played 5 games this season out of the 8 games we've played, and he's going to miss the 9th. So that's not particularly great. He's definitely missed a lot of time, especially considering the fact that he has a higher injury rating than a guy like even Chris Malone, and Chris Malone hasn't missed that much time. Kind of crazy. I do still want to look at Tyron Smith for some reason. For some reason, he's gotten injured so much this season. It might say that he's played 71 injury. That's definitely why. It might say that he's played like 5 or 6 games. I don't know exactly how many he's played. I think it's about 5 or 6 games at this point in the season. But he hasn't finished some of them as well. He hasn't finished at minimum of 2 that I know of. So the fact of the matter is he's only played in 4 games. This is going to be his 5th. I know he hasn't finished 2 of the games, so just where he is at in his career, I just don't think I can bring him back next year for the price tag that he's going to be wanting, especially with having to bring back, 2 of our starting corners, a starting safety, that our fullback / tight end, and so many other guys, Treylon Burks as well, and then having to bring guys like Aziz back next year, probably Will Levis, and of course, the big guy in Tajay Spears, and Peter Skoronski even. Jesus, yeah, we're gonna have two hell of off seasons having to pay everybody. But with that being said, guys, let's head down to Jacksonville and get things underway. I didn't show you guys this, but in the just lineup, Titus Horton, like I said, will be starting with Dorian Dixon being out. But what's going to happen from now on is I want to get Max Thurman. I want to get Dorian Dixon as involved as possible. Don't get me wrong, Nicholas Petitfier has definitely done well for us over the past 2 seasons. But just with the fact that we have 2 younger guys with both hidden dev traits, I'm going to have them rotate in and out if for some reason somebody does get injured. If a tackle gets injured, Horton's going to slide out to tackle, Thurman's going to come in at guard. If a guard gets injured, of course Thurman will just come in and so on and so forth. But let's get things underway. So they will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Jacksonville's offense. Of course, like I said in a previous video, I did go through and get, at minimum, every team that I'm going to be facing this season, at least in terms of the regular season. I did go get their teams fixed up a little bit, just getting players moved around to the correct positions and so on and so forth. Getting some offensive linemen moved around if for some reason they didn't have them, starting in the correct spots, or just not starting because they're behind a higher overall because that's what their position says, but they should be starting maybe at a guard spot or even a tackle spot. 2nd and 10 now here after a Travis Etienne rush where Terrell Dotson comes big and comes free. We are starting Will Levis today. I know Malik Willis has had an incredible run. Trust me, I get it. I looked at the stats and I was even thinking like, man, it's hard. Oh, okay. Trevor Lawrence has wheels. Luke Fortner now down, their starting center. Trust me, as much as I looked at Malik Willis and said, wow, he had an amazing run there for those couple weeks, it just makes more sense to go back to Will Levis at this point. He's supposed to be our franchise guy, and we're going to lean back towards him. Now, of course, if Will Levis comes out here and struggles and doesn't do anything, then of course we can always go back to Malik Willis. 2-yard rush here for Christian Kirk. I don't know who was on that edge. I would assume Keenan McIntyre, not being able to bring him down. 2nd and 8 now. Jeffrey Simmons, I'm going to need to play big here against a good guard and Brandon Sheriff. I know Brandon Sheriff isn't particularly well regarded in the NFL right now, just due to, his, I think, PFF stats and stuff. Terrell Dotson basically just puts his nuts on fucking, and their backup center is now down, so I'd assume one of their guards will have to slide over at this point. Smith going down. 3rd and 4 here, covering everything underneath. McCreary tries to make a diving play, break up the ball. No, not quite. He tried to make a play. That's what I'm happy about. He tried to make a play there. And it looked like he was more going for the pick than a knockaway, but you can just regard that as a knockaway at that point. Gonna hop on to Terrell Dotson, send some extra pressure here. Get him on the D-line, get him going, and there's Wesley, and McCreary has the football! But he falls on it. Why would you fall on it? Wesley comes free, beats the tackle to the inside, sacks Trevor Lawrence, forces the fumble. No, the tackle's just being a big bag of dumbass, and McCreary just falls on it. Why would you fall on it? You're a corner. You could, and he was technically up. He was technically up off the ground when the center touched him, by the way, so that's nice. But Will Levis, first time out here today since his injury, he's still like 10th in passing touchdowns as well. Or he's either 10th or like 11th in passing touchdowns still in the league. So he definitely had a good couple first weeks there. 4 weeks and a quarter, 4 weeks and a drive, something like that. 1st and 10, going to hand off Spears here, though. And there's Aluakon. I forget how to say his first name, too. 2nd and 10 now. Going to go back to the ground game here. Going to keep Haskins involved as well. He's definitely showed that he's worth something. Hand off here, stretch play to the outside. Goes Spears, and he'll get a big gain. Tajay Spears, and there's Peter Skoronski. Max Thurman's going to be coming in then. Jesus. See, and this is another reason why I don't know if I can pay Skoronski. It's not even the fact that sometimes it just feels like Skoronski's a big bag of dick. He's getting injured too now, which is not fun. 1st and 10, going to hit him with a play-action fake. Chig open in the flat, just hit him. Get those 4 or 5 yards, and Chig now down. Holy shit. Maybe I do need to turn injuries down. Now our starting tight end is now Josh Oliver, by the way. So that's nice. 2nd and 6 now. Going to hand off Haskins. He gets to the outside. Good block there from Treylon Burks. He's going to try to run over the safety. Not quite getting there. 18-yard rush there for Hassan Haskins. Getting off to a very torn pectoral. That's a big injury, too, if I remember correctly. So he's out for probably a good chunk of time. Nice. I wish we had more 4 wide receiver sets because I'd be going to them a hell of a lot today. First and 10, dropping back to pass, trying to find something. And that's going to be picked, isn't it? Nope, knocked away, though, by Cisco. Saw him come down, and I thought that maybe he was going to play Melton just a little bit harder than what he did. Saw the extra pressure coming as well, that double-side blitz. Just wanted to get the ball out. Second and 10 now, going to go play action. Haskins coming out. There's Melton, and I don't know where the fuck that ball is going from Will Levis for. Yes, I told him to throw it like low and kind of in front of the receiver, but it's like he just barely threw it over the linebacker's head. I think the linebacker was even surprised. Third and 10 here, dropping back to pass, trying to find something. Bo Melton underneath, he'll catch and be brought down at the 30. I'm going to go immediately back to the line here. Let's see if we can get something here. I don't love reading Josh Allen, but fuck it. 4th and 2. Let's do it. Haskins, downhill. Christian Malone with a big block. 6-yard rush there from Hassan. Christian Malone, really good block there. I saw that linebacker in the hole, and I'm like, oh, fuck. If Christian Malone does not get here, we are screwed. 1st and 10 now. Handoff Spears back to this left side. Thurman just gets beat by Devin Lloyd, and Spears is not able to do enough. Tyron Smith had to just kick his guy out, had to bounce back inside, and Thurman just not being able to get enough of a block on to, of course, Devin Lloyd there. Melton, we're going to have run that zig route. We're going to motion Linton in. As soon as he gets to Melton, we're going to snap the football. Melton to the outside. Catch. Hold on to the football. 3rd and 3 now. This is very manageable. I think we can easily get there. I'm going to go jailbreak the screen slot. This has worked in the past a couple weeks. Let's go ahead and hit it. Get the offensive line out there. Bo Melton gets his reception. And the safety there just able to get away from Linton just enough. Come up, make the tackle at the 7-yard line. Still worked, just not as well as we have seen it in the past. Jeez, Hassan Haskins doing a lot of work here. We're going to hand off the ball here. We're going to go mountain zone. O.J. Howard on that edge and Travon Walker and Taysom Hill up to backer. And just not quite enough, but Hassan Haskins gets dragged in the end zone by the D-tackle there. 1st and 10. The Jags offense came out and exploded all over us. And, no did he. But 1st and 10 here, we did end up coming up with a really good stop there, so got to come back out here and make another one. Terrell Dotson there, able to get over to ETN, a 5-yard rush for him on the day. Pretty good so far for Terrell Dotson, making some decent tackles, I will say. We're going to have Khalil Mack in on this formation. Finally got the formation subs correct on this formation, so hopefully that will help out just enough. And there's no one to be found there. Ridley gets bumped by his own guy, 3rd and 5 now. Don't know what Lawrence was doing. He kind of just like threw it down the field, hoping somebody was there. Gonna bring Dotson down, put him over top of this guard. Get everybody else going. Somebody get free. Charles Menahue gets free. Keenan McIntyre, but he's gonna throw the football away. 4th and 5 now. Trevor Lawrence flustered. 1st and 10. Gonna go to the air here immediately. I like Josh Oliver, but I'm gonna hit. No, I was trying to hold the ball for fucking Bo Melton. He just took so long to come back towards the middle of the field. We go halfback slip screen here. I understand if this play doesn't work, it's going to put us very much behind the chains. But get the ball out to him. Thurman gets his block. Thurman with a big one, and Hassan Haskins gets us into manageable spots. 3rd and 1 now. Going to go to the ground here. We're going to roll. Okay, I guess I'm not going to get a reward him. That's fine, I guess. Okay, and Jesus, apparently I can't pick the correct plays now. And send Taysom Hill out into the flats. Play action fake, looking, trying to find something. Josh Oliver, no. Dude, Will Levis. I know he's 5 for 8 right now, but it just feels like he's missing so many targets right now. It legitimately feels like he's missing so many opportunities. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like PTSD of seeing shit like this happen before, but it just feels like we're missing so much right now. 4th and 1. We're going for it. Hassan Haskins, downhill, gets the 1st and more. Gets dragged ahead for 5. 4 for 37 for him on the day. And a touchdown. He has gotten a lot of work today. Is fucking Tajay Spears not our 3rd down back? Did it only fix? No, he definitely is. Okay. Okay, so we're just calling a lot of formations that have Hassan Haskins in, apparently. Because holy fuck, he's in a lot. 5 rushes, 37 yards in the 1st quarter. I'll try to get another playoff before the quarter ends, but no promises. I like what we're seeing. Let's go ahead and call this. 2 seconds, 1 second. Snap the football. Traylon, one-on-one opportunity. Traylon, one-on-one opportunity, and he holds on! Traylon goes up and fucking gets it, and that's a big boy catch. Well, he has at least his average for the day, right? 30 yards. Traylon Burks goes up and gets it. One-on-one opportunity, and he just holds on. Campbell just not able to get there and knock it free. Traylon Burks. Big throw there from Will Levis. 1st and 10 at their own 25, so they're not really electing to take the ball out. 1st and 10 here. Run play here again from ETN. Getting 6 there. Brandon Sheriff now down, so their star guard, unfortunately, will be leaving the field with a shoulder injury as of right now anyway. So that's going to leave Jeffrey Simmons in a better opportunity to get those one-on-ones and hopefully win them. I'm going to put him in a one-on-one. I need him to go win it. No, they slide his way. Holy shit, Osgood made fucking Quentin Ayers look like a dumb sack of shit there. He broke his fucking ankles. Luckily, Trevor Lawrence just can't hit him. Gonna fake send pressure here with Dotson and Evans. Gonna drop out, cover Evan Ingram underneath, and there's a sack from Jeffrey Simmons. No, that's Adigi Uzua. Osa Adigizua coming free with a sack. 4th and 9. Tyler Linton has room to run. He returned 2 punts earlier this year, and he's gone. Tyler fucking Linton, the rookie. I might just have to start recording punts even more. Tyler fucking Linton. So the Jacksonville Jaguars' first return of the day, not a good one. They wanted to return like we did, and they only got out to the 15. It's not looking good for him right now. Going to send extra pressure here with Dotson. We're going to line up Simmons, get him that one-on-one opportunity. Force them to go one-on-one with him. And there's Quentin Ayers coming down hard with a hit on Osgood. Osgood just can't hold the ball. Evans over there to help as well. I was going to try to get Wesley involved. And there's Jeffrey Simmons coming free. That superstar ability coming out and showing pretty well. 3rd and 14 now. Gonna spread the D-line. Going to bluff with Dotson. And then immediately drop and cover this middle. And there's a seam shot to Christian Kirk, and he'll come up big. Only a second completion on the day, but a big one there to Christian Kirk down the seam. Second one to Christian Kirk as well, so Christian Kirk the only reliable target as of right now. And hop into coverage onto Evans. We're going to help out on Evan Ingram, if anything. And Trevor Lawrence just looking flustered right now. Trying to get the ball out quick there. Can't quite get it to his receiver. I think I do need to upgrade, pass accuracy for the CPU. Once again, 2nd and 10 now. I'm going to cover Evan Ingram underneath. And that's going to be another sack and another forced fumble. Keenan McIntyre gets free. We are just going after him right now. And I swear I haven't upgraded, the pass blocking. I've upgraded their run blocking. I haven't upgraded their pass blocking or downgraded it. So, kind of strange. 1st and 10. Motion Bo Melton. He's not really open in the flat. Traylon Burks is open, though. No! Will Levis is pissing me off, by the way. If that little scream there couldn't let you know, he's pissing me off right now. I'm going to stab him when we get into the locker room in Minecraft, of course. Looking Bo Melton, no. Shot play's not there. Just get it to Traylon Burks underneath. He gets a 5-yard reception there. A 6-yard reception back to the line. 3rd and 4. 7 for 11 on hit for him on the day. We're going to go halfback draw here. 5 guys in the box. Somebody go win. There's Spears. He gets a big run, trying to cut back towards the middle a little bit more. 4th and goal now. 1st and goal. 4 for 28 for Tajay Spears. Going to look PA crossers here. Going to run Linton on a curl. Oliver on this out could be open. No, Traylon is, though. Traylon Burks, 2nd touchdown on the day for him. And not a deep, he doesn't get those extra yards where how far he was in the back of the end zone, but he'll at least receive the yards that he did, from the line of scrimmage to the goal line at least. 2nd touchdown for Traylon Burks, though. So, 1st and 10 comes out the Jags offense. They just have not gotten anything going since that first drive. Ever since we took the ball away from them on that first drive, it's been downhill for them. It legitimately has just been downhill for them. Going to come up, play press coverage here. I expect my defense to go out and win. Amani Hooker, where the fuck are you? It's a fullback. What the fuck are you doing, big dog? Who is 31, by the way? Xander Horvath. Yeah, I think that's Horvath. I could be saying his wrong name. I might just be calling the dude a whore, but I think he might not mind that. Dudes being called whores is kind of nice. Reception underneath here to Evan Ingram. 4 for 9 now, 51 yards for Trevor Lawrence. First reception on the day for Evan Ingram. Going to send some extra pressure here with Khalil Mack. This is going to get us into a better pass rush situation. There's Vickers underneath on Evan Ingram, and Mark Vickers comes up big. Mark Vickers, not the biggest corner. Trust me, I want to get him involved, but I think with how McCreary's playing so far this season, it makes sense to re-sign him at this point. But then again, we still have 8 weeks, so if he starts to struggle, and there's Keenan McIntyre, sending that extra pressure on second down and getting home. We have 6 in the box, and they're just not responding. That's not my problem at that point. If they're not going to respond, if they're not going to respect the fact that I'm putting 6 in the box when they only have 5, I'm not going to feel bad about that. Halfback draw here on 3rd and 17. They've given up. They have already given up. They are waving the white flag. If we could get out of here now, I would allow them to forfeit if we could. Tyler Linton not being able to get a return going as much on that one. Out to the 35 we come. Going to look to score here, but then in the second half, if we're up, I'll probably take some of our starters out. I'll probably put some backups in, and I'll probably just end up trying to run out most of the clock after that. Treylon Burks wins his rep. Going to get him the ball. He deserves it. Another big reception there from Treylon Burks. I'm going to hit this end around lead. I like this play a lot. I'm going to hit it. They send that extra pressure off that side, but Bo Melton has the speed, making one man miss. Josh Allen there and Travon Walker. Good play there from Josh Allen and Travon Walker. Coming back hard too. They were coming fast. They were coming ultra fast. They were coming real hard and real fast. 2nd and 1 now. Can I read option on Josh Allen? No, it's the 2-minute warning. Yeah, this Jags, it's not even the Jags' defensive fault. They've played well. They've played some good, plays against us. They've done pretty well. They've held us to 4th down multiple times. They've done multiple different things. Us converting and then being on the field so long probably doesn't help. And one, they're going to drop back to pass, trying to find something underneath. I was going to try to scramble with Will Levis, and he gets it anyway, reaching for it. Gets the first down, and we're going to be up with a new set of downs. We're going to immediately go to halfback slip screen here for Son Haskins and get him out. He's just been so good for us as of recent. No, they cover it. The D tackles, I guess we're told, if you're not getting blocked, go cover. And they immediately drop and start following. So I guess we're not running that anymore. 2nd and 10 now. Dropping back. I want Max Smith, but he's just not open. And there's the D tackle. Devon Hamilton he just beats Christian Malone and beats Tajay Spears and gets up to Will Levis. At the 48, we're still within range to where we can make a good play and potentially be back in field goal range. Can hit bench here. I like Treylon here, especially if they're running zone. Going to keep Haskins in. I don't need anything too shallow. Will Levis step up in the pocket, run. Getting down to the 41. This could be in our field goal range. I think I'm definitely going to kick it. If there's too much wind, I'll definitely call timeout. But I think Trey Wolf deserves it. Yeah, it's going against us. Never mind then. Fuck! The clock was running. Shit. Well, Jags are going to get at least another attempt if they want it. Out at the 17. So at least it's a punt inside the 20 for Ryan Stonehouse. I just don't have a whole ton of opportunities to punt, and when I do, it's normally when I'm backed up. So, he doesn't get a whole ton of opportunities to hit good balls anyway. They're going to go to the air here on 1st down. Amani Hooker comes down. They're not even going to call a timeout. I think they're done for the half. Yeah, they're not even going to call a timeout. They're done. Not surprised. Down 28-0. After that first drive, your offense really hasn't done anything. They're going to run the ball with ETN here, give him one chance, and nothing going there. Couple yard run for him. Yeah. Our defense has come out and played phenomenal. They're coming up when we need them to. The defensive backs are playing well. The linebackers are scraping across the field, making those good tackles. The D-line's playing phenomenal. And then just their unwillingness to change. I put 6 guys in the box and tell them we're coming at them, and they don't even try to bring a guy in. They don't even try to block extra. They don't try to slide one way so that they can get the ball out quick. They just say, fuck it, come get us. So, 28-0 here at half. Offense playing good, defense playing amazing. So we'll get the ball to start the half, of course. Just Offense played really well today. I'm gonna go to Chew Clock. I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like stat padding too much this game. It's proven that we've won, 28-0 here to start the half. There's not much to say, really. We're up so much. We've dominated the game. Even with our injuries, we've come out here and kind of showed them who's boss, who's running the AFC South this year. So, going to go PA boot slide here after an inside run for only 2 yards. Going to go PA boot slide. Cisco underneath, going to dump off to Oliver. Oliver catch, run up the sideline. Can't quite stay in bounds, but still gets the first down. Good catch from him. And he's such an underrated tight end for us. The fact that we got him for so cheap. I know he's an aging veteran at this point. I know he's not the greatest, but the fact that we got him for so cheap and he's going to help fill in right now is great. Tyler Linton there on the sideline. Catch out of bounds. Did I say crate? I just said crate, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I just said crate. That's nice. Halfback stretch. We're going to go back towards O.J. Howard. We're going to motion Josh Oliver. He'll be the lead blocker. If they motion that D-line, then we can probably switch back. Yeah, with how they're playing that, I got to call timeout. Clock running down. Got to call timeout, unfortunately. Got to waste a timeout here. Yeah, just not exactly what I was hoping for, to be fair. Going to flip this play. I wanted it going towards the big side. Traylon Burks on that zig route could be something. He is. Catch. Yeah, hold on to the football. Cisco just not being able to come down hard enough. And hell, I know Cisco hits hard because in previous years, he was knocking the fuck out of my receivers, and they were not holding on to the ball sometimes, and I was getting pretty pissed. Bo Melton open underneath. Why the fuck is it throwing it backwards? Why is it forcing him to go backwards? Negative 3-yard rush there, or 3-yard reception for him, because Madden just kind of fucked me on that one. I want to do this pitch reverse, but sometimes it just doesn't like to work correctly. Yeah, just... It was literally just a wide open lane for Devin Lloyd to just run straight at Bo Melton, and Bo Melton's injured. So, great. I'm going to be really upset if he's out multiple weeks and I just got him injured. What a fucking punt by Ryan Stonehouse down to the 3-yard line. I'm going to send extra... Yeah, torn labrum. Great. I think that's a 4-week injury, if I remember correctly from the last person that had it. So we're going to miss him for 4 weeks. So, congratulations, Franklin Amos. You're getting some play time now. And Max Smith, you're going to get more. Because we're going to put Franklin Amos on the outside and we're going to put Max Smith on the slot. Whichever is needed will come in. Cover 3 now. I'm going to send this 4-4 and we're just going to continue to try to gash them. Force them to beat us here. I think that just makes the most sense at this point. Evans, get there on ETN. He does. But he still drives forward. Dude! Who the fuck is pushing him forward? Because I know he's not churning his legs that much. Come on, guys. 3rd and 5. Going to send extra pressure here. Going to have the cornerbacks come up, play press coverage here. Going to send extra pressure with Evans and Dotson. Get home, somebody. There's a throw, and McCreary pick! Not even to his man. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to go to Calvin Ridley, and McCreary, looking back at the quarterback, makes a nice play. Because his man jumped outside. He hit that out route as McCreary was going. Yeah, see? So it was for Calvin Ridley, and McCreary just playing underneath of it. Goes up and gets it. Good play from him. 1st and 10, going to drop back to pass. I see Oliver in the flat. Just get him the football. Gets a 5 for him. Josh Allen. I almost thought that said Josh Oliver. I was going to lose my fucking mind. I'm like, we have 3 tight ends on the fucking injury report. I was going to be like, there's no fucking way that O.J. Howard and Taysom Hill are going to have to be my main 2 tight ends going forward. 2nd and 5. Going to go to Haskins. Going to go to this left side with how far Trevon Walker's playing down inside. I think Tyron Smith can get up to Cisco here. He does. Can he hold his block? Yes, he can. Hassan Haskins down to the 2. With him making it down this far, I kind of want to give him the opportunity to go get this touchdown. Yeah, nobody's sitting on this left side for some reason. Formation's fucked up. Just push him down. Hassan Haskins into the end zone for a touchdown. He is 5, I'm pretty sure, in the last 2 games. Or something of that nature. Was it the Texans game that he had to play the next man up scenario? It might have been. But if it was, he has 5 touchdowns in the last 2 games. So, workhorse here for us. At this point in real life, I think you would go toward the backup quarterback. I don't think you'd let Trevor Lawrence out there. Especially if you have playoff hopes and aspirations. I don't think you would continue to leave him out there and risk him getting injured. And there's ETN. He's going to have a big run. Yeah, continues going. Knocks Amani Hooker off of him. Running angry here. He wants something. 1st and 10 now here for this Jacksonville Jaguars offense. Not a whole ton going these last couple drives. That was one of their first downs in a while. And there's Christian Kirk over top on an RPO. Coming up with a good play there. Hooker, I just complimented you, I feel like 2 weeks ago, about how good your tackling was. And now you're just letting me down on back-to-back plays at that. Nonetheless. 1st and 10. Going to drop it in coverage with Dotson. Play these slants. Oh, jeez. Wow. I don't know what the fuck all happened there. I know the ball, hit the receiver, bounced, hit McIntyre, and then almost fell into the lap of the receiver again. Just, Jesus. 2nd and 10 now. Hopping on Wesley, going to help him try to win. He wins his speed route and just walloping Evans. Evans on Evan crime right there. Evans and then Evan Ingram anyway, that is. 3rd and 5. Coverage unit here. Cover everything underneath. Cover these curls. They can't get the ball to ETN. 4th and 5. At this point, with how hard they're trying to work, I wouldn't be... Oh, they're going to just take their points. Okay. I would figure with it being 4th and 5 and you working this hard to get down the field, you would go for it. Try to get all your points. 1st and 10 in our own 20. Going to hand off Spears. I'm going to try to run the football more here. I'm going to try not to go to the pass game if we don't have to. 2-yard rush there. That don't help us. That don't help me going, yeah, we should run the football all this drive. And then immediately only a 2-yard rush. Hand off Spears and just 2 guys there. Yeah, they're selling out at this point. 7 for 29. It's still not a bad average, but just the fact that 2 plays on back-to-back plays just didn't go our way. Spears underneath catch, and then Aluakon there to make the tackle. Barely even taking a minute off the clock is kind of fucking annoying, to say the least. And then, of course, the fact nothing getting going. I pump fake to Josh Oliver to try to get the linebacker out of there. And, of course, it's all Madden, so he just doesn't bite at all. Travis Etienne finally back above 4 yards in average here with that big run on that last drive. They were able to go down and score field goal. They're going to need a lot more of those if they continue only settling for field goals and not really getting going on these drives. 10 for 30, I think 8 now. So now he's back below 4 yards in average. 2nd and 14. Will they get a playoff before the end of the quarter? Yes, they will. Handoff here to Etienne and Dotson there, able to make a play. 11 for 43. Yeah, still under 4 yards. That's my goal right now, is just to keep him under 4 yards in average. I would expect if they're going to make any type of push here in this 4th quarter, they're going to have to start throwing the ball again. 3rd and 7 here. Going to spread the D-line, bring Dotson down, put him on top of the center. We're going to play more as a QB spy, but we're going to keep this center occupied. It's a screen pass. ETN. They're going for it now. Okay. If that's what you truly want to do here, we can do that. We can do that if you really want to. 4th and 11. Guys trying to beat their man, and Evan Ingram runs into the football, not paying attention. Mark Vickers not in coverage. Roger McCreary not in coverage. Evan Ingram just runs in front of Christian Kirk, and the ball hits him in his helmet. That kind of just sums up the Jaguars' whole day, if I say so myself. 1st and 10 here. Taysom Hill nowhere to be found. 8 for 30. Yeah, now we're under 4 yards in average with our starting running back, which is always nice. Going to go PATA leak. Fuck it. If they're not going to stop the pass game, then I guess we'll go to it. Here's Linton. No, can't quite get him the football on the sideline. Campbell in coverage. 15 for 21. It feels like we've missed so many more balls than that. It really has. Can go halfback, weak gut here. I need you guys just to win. Just go up and block somebody. I'm not telling you have to block a certain individual and Lindsey Goodwell gets beat to the inside. Holy fuck. Spears is struggling right now because of this offensive line. 1st and 10 at their 19. It's kind of getting tiring just being like, yeah, it's 1st and 10 at their 19. 1st and 10 at their 14 because they can't fucking do anything. Covering Christian Kirk over the middle, and there's Wesley. 2nd sack on the day for him. So both these edge rushers really getting involved. I think they both have 2 now, so I think McIntyre goes up to 5.5 and Wesley goes up to 7. So our top 2 pass rushers so far this season are both of our rookie edge rushers. That they've definitely showed out big here. And I'm going to let them take advantage of this shitty Jags O-line. If they're going to continue to dominate, I'm going to let them take advantage of it. 3rd and 17. They're going to have to look deep, so hopefully these edge rushers have a chance to make a play, get home. Lawrence is probably going to have to hold the ball for a second. Covering Kirk, and there's Amenahue! Charles Amenahue coming free. He has been an excellent free agent signing. I knew, dude, and I tried to get him the first season too. The second season. So that's the thing that actually sucks. Tyler Linton here going to have a chance to return. I didn't get my extra man back there that I like to do, but he's still going to have a chance. Still going to give it to him. No, they have good pursuit angles, and they're there to bring him down. He's in Jaguar territory. Will Levis, though, out onto the field. We go towards... If Spears doesn't get anything going, I might just go back to Haskins. See if he'll get something going. Maybe we just need the big bruiser in for the rest of the game. There's Spears. Nothing, no blocks, just no blocks in general. Gonna run to the outside here, try to get to this left side. And there's Travon Walker, and Spears just no stamina to get there. Jesus, yeah, I'm gonna stop running with Spears. You know what? Let's go inside zone here out of the shotgun. But there's 6 fucking guys in the box. Don't block Josh Allen. Please, guards up to backers. Guards up to backers. Goodwill, Chris Malone, you have to reach these D tackles. Spears to the outside. He'll have a big run. So at least he'll have a little bit of his average back. Almost 4 yards a carry. If he can have another good one on one of these next couple drives, he can be back on that good average side. 1st and 10. Slip screen. Spears to the outside. Juke move to the outside and gets up to the first down and more. Let me go halfback quick base here. Yeah, now they're not putting really anybody. I mean, they got their 2 stand-up backers over there on that edge, but don't know what the fuck they're going to be doing. There's Spears again. 5-yard rush there for him. Just a yard short of that 4-yard average. If he could have gotten an extra yard there, we'd be in a better situation. Halfback inside zone to this left side. Travon Walker tired. Tyron Smith, I need you to beat the living shit out of him then. Peter Skoronski up to backer. Hassan Haskins. Hassan Haskins breaks 1 tackle down to the 1. Got to give him another opportunity to go score. There's no reason not to go give him this opportunity to score at this point. Gonna hit the play opposite direction here. Haskins in. Touchdown. Hassan Haskins, I think it's like 7 rushes, 50 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He's had a fantastic day. He's playing pretty well so far. That confidence is key right now. Jags offense coming out once again. Probably one of the last times we'll see them here in the 4th quarter. One of the last times we'll see them in today's game. We came out here and dominated. We hit them in their mouth early. And, it brings up the question of, do we, we've had some very good defensive performances since Shire's been out. Does that kind of factor into anything as well? I highly doubt it, but it's probably the defense hitting their stride, the rookies getting going, all this and that. I'm not going to say it's Shire that's causing these problems, but, it brings up the question, it does. It really does bring up the question of, with Evans and with Dotson, and we're getting a little bit better, I think, just pure speed and pass coverage. And so, does that help out the back end and the front side more even? And is that the major factor here? Screen pass there to Etienne, his first big reception of the day. Gonna hop on this D-line, help out. Khalil Mack, one-on-one with a guard. Should be able to go win this. No, gets double-teamed. Luckily, Lawrence has just been inaccurate today. 10 for 22. And it's not like he's just being inaccurate to be inaccurate. He's getting rid of the ball fast. He's facing a lot of pressure. So it's not like it's just like, oh, hey, it's the Madden sliders. You fucked with the Madden sliders too much. The quarterback's just missing too many balls. You need to upgrade it. We've seen lower overall quarterbacks play good on these sliders, so I don't know what his problem is today. I know he's, like I said, he's been under pressure. He's gotten trying to get the ball out quickly. Those are 2 factors that can definitely impact that type of stuff. There's Ridley, and he can't hold on to the football. Farley in coverage. 4th and 3. Going to punt the football back. 1 kneel off the clock here. So I don't know how much more of this I'll show you guys, but good fucking day for us here today. We've had an excellent day. We're going to end it with a win. And that will be that here in Jacksonville. Tyler Linton to the outside. He has 3 guys there. I don't think he'll be able to make all of them miss. He makes 2 of them miss. But the punter there just to do enough to slow him down and let his other guys catch up. Love 0-1 trap with 3 D tackles there. So we're just going to run inside zone here. Kick everybody out. Haskins getting 3 there. Tyron Smith now down. Fuck me. 2nd and 7. Going to hand off to... Yeah, so Max Thurman comes in at guard. Titus Horton goes back over to left tackle. Can hand off Spears here on this inside zone. Out of shotgun. Only getting 3 there. So now behind again. Jesus. Halfback mid-draw. Let's see if this O-line can win a rep. They send the extra backer. Just nothing going. That should take us down to the end of the game, though. Like I said, very good game, especially from the defensive side of the football. And then, of course, Tyler Linton returned that punt return, all that fun stuff. Another game where the defense comes out, hits the opposing offense in the mouth, forces a turnover, gets the game going almost immediately, and then offense kind of just does its job just enough to start putting points on the board, and the defense continues to build its success, and so on and so forth. Yeah, the only thing that I really don't like is the fact that we are going to be missing our best receiver and our backup tight end for probably a couple weeks, as well as the fact that Spears didn't get going at all this game either, which was kind of a big struggle there. He got going in that first quarter, and then as we went away from him later in that second quarter and third quarter, he just couldn't ever get it re-going, I guess, is the main thing there. Treylon Burks with a big day for him, 5 for 90, so and 2 touchdowns, so he had a very good game. I wouldn't say Spears definitely played bad, don't get me wrong, and I think that was more on the offensive line just not getting the pushes that we were hoping for than Spears just playing bad, I think. So yeah, plenty to go over after this most recent game. Another very dominating performance, only letting up 3 points only 6 points these last 2 weeks, so our defensive unit is going up and up and up. Game plan against elite QB, we had to have beaten that. I know he threw for less yards than Will Levis, and Will Levis didn't hit for 200, and I know he didn't throw picks. Your entire defense earned. How much you want to bet Jeffrey Simmons gets injured in practice before this next game? Jeffrey Simmons will have his X Factor for the entire fucking game next game. Do you understand how big that is? He's going to have his fucking X Factor for the entire game next game. That is insane. Do you have an upgrade player to take care of? I'm pretty sure it's Hassan Haskins. We'll just go ahead and get him done right away. No, we have a lot of people. Okay, it only showed Hassan Haskins after the game, so I thought that it was only Hassan Haskins. We'll actually take care of that next week once I get practice done as well, so that we can have those players that do get those upgrade as well. Chig's out for 29 weeks with a torn pectoral. That's the first time I've seen an injury like that. That's the first time. I've played through 3 different franchises. This is the first time I'm seeing this long of an injury. Actually, that's a lie. I saw a torn ACL once. But this, holy shit. And, you know, and the bad thing is about this, even with this torn pectoral, and he's going to be out the rest of the season, and I would assume he'll be back by next season, but still, it won't change how much money he gets, even though he's coming off a big injury like that. Fortunately, we do have Shire, Wiley, and Dixon coming back next week, but Chig will get IR'd, and we will have to bring somebody else in. We'll probably look towards Drew Sampler, one of the other guys that we've had on the team in recent years. So, let's go ahead and sim to the next week. Damn, that's crazy. We just lost Chig for the year. We have a breakout linebacker. We have a hot opponent, prospect, spotlight, focus players, weekly strategy, scouting, and upgrade players going into next week. 8-1 Las Vegas Raiders. So this is going to be a big game. Who will take control of the AFC more than likely? We can go into standings real quick to see if there's anybody else. The Bills are 9-1. So yeah, this is basically to take control of the AFC. You know, put us in a good situation going forward, competing for that 1 seed. If we lose here, it's going to be pretty tough going for that 1 seed, in my opinion. We'll go over all the changes to the team and stuff like that. Of course, like I said, we do get 3 players back, but we are losing Chig for the season. So that will change a lot of what we do. Going forward. But with that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video or any of the videos here on my channel, I would appreciate if you guys do stick around and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified anytime I post a video. I'm going to be having roster update guides and all that fun stuff coming out. Off-season content, IRL, Bears content, stuff like that. I'm going to be doing a whole ton of stuff after the draft. Like I said, I don't expect this video to go out before the draft because with the way I, calculated it out, I don't even think I think if I wanted to get the Texans video out, it'll probably come out Thursday, the day of the draft. So, but like I said, if you guys enjoy that content, please stick around and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos like this in the future. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.